Hi, today I had a question for myself. If I could only do 10 exercises, like 10 calisthenics exercises until the rest of my life, which ones would I choose? And I thought about it and now I have a list. So I'm going to tell you them because you might find them useful. So, first two, dips and pull-ups. These essentially cover your chest, back, bicep, tricep, and front delts. Like this basically almost covers the entire upper body. And important things that you should note about picking exercises and that are written down is that they should be simple because simplicity is key. That's why if you are training, I recommend you do only 10 exercises per week, and that's why I am essentially telling you this stuff. And the second thing, that it should be overloadable because you don't want to pick an exercise that you can't progressively overload, that you can't have harder and harder variations. Because in dips are overloadable. Because you start with like bench dips, like you elevate your feet and you do this. Then you do regular dips on a dip bar, or if you work out at home, on 2 chairs. And then what you can start doing, if normal dips are harder to you, if you can do like 50 dips, you can tuck your legs in and go into like a planche and do dips like that. So it's really easily overloadable dips. Then the next thing is pull-ups. Because pull-ups you can start with Australian pull-ups. That is like you go on a lower bar or on like a table and you pull like this. Then when you can do like 50 of them, you start doing regular pull-ups. Then after that, if pull-ups are too easy, you can do like explosive pull-ups, like to your chest or to your belly button. Then what you can do is you can do one arm pull-ups or you can do L-sit pull-ups. So you can pretty easily overload these 2 exercises. So these 2 exercises are key in building muscle. Then I thought about core exercises. Would I train for core? And there are 2 exercises that came to my mind. The first one is exercises with the ab roller. You know, like the thing that you grab and it has a little wheel, because you can really easily overload it. You can do it on knees, and if that's too easy, which isn't too easy for me, you can do it on your toes, like on your feet, like you do regular push-ups, you do the ab rollout. I think that it's called like that. And that is really, really hard. I can't do that. But if you can do like 50 of those, you are like already a superhuman. So I don't think you need to overload this exercise any further. Or I think you can like add weight or something to that. The next exercise I would pick, it's I think called toes to bar. Yeah, you hang on a bar and you put your toes not into like an L-sit position like that. You pull them all the way up to the bar. So I can't show you over here. So that's the second exercise I would pick. Now I need something more for the back muscles. And what did I pick? I picked I don't know how it's called, like the reverse row. Like you know what you do rows with, you grab a barbell and you do rows like that. So you essentially invert this exercise and do rows on a lower bar. And that's really, really good for your back muscles and even on your bicep and also on rear delts. So you can do this exercise. And how do you overload this exercise? You start putting your feet more forward. And essentially, you end up in the front lever pull-up, which is really hard to master. So if you get to that progression and you can do like 50 clean front lever pull-ups, you can't even overload that anymore. Then the next one is push-ups. Push-ups are really easy to overload because you can do incline push-ups and you do push-ups on a bed or on a chair, and then you do regular push-ups, then you can do like diamond push-ups, archer push-ups. You can play around with this exercise so much. That's why I love it. And also you can start elevating your feet. You put them on your bed, you put them on your desk, and I don't know what. Then what came to my mind is spike push-ups, because you can also really easily overload them. You can do them on the ground, and then you can elevate your feet and do them almost like handstand push-ups, but with your feet anchored on like a shelf or something. That's where I used to do. And fun fact, when I was used to working out in my room, this was the shelf that I had my feet on. And then I had like parallettes, and you get into like a 90-degree angle. I will put pictures and stuff, and you can do push-ups like that. And if that's too easy, you can do like how is it called, handstand push-ups with that. And this exercise is really really good for your upper chest, shoulders, like middle delts, front delts, and also triceps. So it essentially hits every single part of your body. Then I was like, oh, I want more exercises on back because I like to have a massive back. Ooh. So I chose reverse deadlifts. So normal deadlifts, you probably know how to do normal deadlifts. This is like a special type of deadlift where you don't bend your legs like that. You just go down and up. And you do that on a lower bar or on a desk or something if you work out at home. This is a amazing exercise. This is one of the best back exercises that even exist in calisthenics. So it builds massive lats, really good upper back, and also rear delts. So it essentially hits your entire back. And now, because we don't want to have chicken legs, we have 3 slots left. So let's do something for legs, because I don't know what upper body exercises you should add. Maybe something for your neck, but yeah. My go-to, like 2 exercises that I do for legs, because I don't train legs like a normal person. I don't do like leg extensions, hamstring curls and stuff like that. I do that like once a month with my brother. We have a leg day together, because I don't want to have big bulky legs, because I'm a calisthenics athlete. I want to have fast and really strong legs. So what do? I do mountain biking, because I live in a village. We have like mountains, a little bit mountains around. We also have a cottage. We have bicycles there. So I go on a massive mountain bike ride with a couple of my friends, and it's 1, really fun, and 2, you have like massive quads with that, and also really strong quads. So, and that brings us to our second exercise. The second exercise is sprints. Sprints are really good for your testosterone, and especially the ones when you have a full out sprint, like you sprint like hell, and then you have a 30-second rest. And you do 3 sets of this. I usually do a couple of more. I also sprint with a weighted vest and do stuff like that. And then after this leg day, I go on a bicycle ride. Then I do a couple of sprints with a weighted vest and without a weighted vest, like drop sets. And then I also play football. So that is an entire 6-hour window when I just train legs. And it's also really fun. So that's how I train legs. So we have 1 slot left because I covered only 9 exercises. And what would I add into this slot? I would probably add something on legs, maybe football, or exercise jump squats or regular squats with weight. Those are really good exercises for your ass and really good exercises for your quads. And I love to do like box jumps, squat jumps on like a elevated surface. So I try to jump as high as possible, and jumping as high as possible from a really deep squat. Like you get into a deep squat, like your ass kisses the ground, and then you explode up and you try to jump as high as possible on like a panel or something. Like essentially you do plyometrics, yeah. So that's it for today's video. If you liked it, make sure to like, and if you found it useful and you want more videos like this shown to you, make sure to also subscribe. And if you find my advice useful, you can click the first link in the description and you can become one of my coaching clients. So if you click on that link, I will see you there. Okay, bye.